Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a free game that you can get right now. It is an Epic Game Store freebie, so just let it be known right away, since some people are not going to even want to get it if it's free. But we'll go over that, and it's a pretty well-received freebie as well. So, again, we'll talk about that. We'll highlight the freebies for next week, which are looking pretty good. So, more on that in a little bit. And I want to highlight some deals that are available right now. One fairly surprising. I mean, is it surprising? Borderlands 4 already being discounted even more. The game is $70 when it came out. Green Man Gaming's got it, what? South of $50 already. Now, obviously, GMG had a decent little discount even ahead of launch, but now it's even cheaper. Kind of surprised. I beat Borderlands 4. I'll give you my thoughts at the end of this video when we get to that. We got some other deals to go over as well, but more on that in a little bit. First of all, we do have Gravity Circuit available for free. Now, this game has 1,900 Steam reviews, overwhelmingly positive reception, 95% positive. Very akin to like an old school Mega Man game, a flashy action 2D platformer in the spirit of console classics. Follow Kai, a lone operative war hero who harnesses the mysterious powers of the Gravity Circuit on an adventure in a futuristic world inhabited by a sentient robot. Again, very akin to like old school Mega Man games, action-packed platforming by channeling your energy into devastating punches, perform satisfying combos, and send foes flying, causing destruction and mayhem in the process. Save the innocent and power up. Stages are packed with secrets, and innocent civilians alike uncover and rescue them and unlock new powers. A single-player campaign with 12 stages as well, each with their own unique set of mechanics. Your platforming and combat skills will be tested against an armada of enemies and bosses, and you can check that out for free right now. Also, free next week is going to be Amnesia the Bunker and Samaras 3. Amnesia the Bunker, a really solid offering there. Was pretty well received again. Amnesia, not really my cup of tea. As far as frictional games go, I really love Soma, though, and Amnesia is done by them, so you can check that out next week. We'll give that a mention, but for now, Gravity Circuit is available for free. Alright, moving on from that, we got some GMG deals to go over. We'll also go over some humble bundles. Right off the top, Borderlands 4 base game is 30% off for $48.71. Remember, at Green Man Gaming, you don't pay tax either, and this is for all editions of the game. Standard Edition is $48.71, 30% off. Deluxe Edition is 30% off for $69.59, and the Super Deluxe Edition is $90.47. Heavy discount on Borderlands 4. Obviously, a lot of talk about this game's atrocity as far as PC performance goes. Pitchford really hasn't helped as far as its perception on that regard. I beat this game just about a week ago. I beat it over a weekend, and as far as Borderlands 4 goes, again, I'm probably not the person to talk about Borderlands and do the meticulous breakdown. Like, I literally played the bulk of this game totally solo. So, for me, you know, a lot of people aren't even going to be playing Borderlands like that. I thought it was an okay game. I thought the gunplay was pretty good and enjoyable. Again, maybe it's just my standpoint of being old and washed up. Narratively, dialogue did not do it for me whatsoever. And also, I will say, absolute whack tactic for making the coolest Vault Hunter the first piece of DLC. I get it. They want you to buy the DLC. They want you to get the Super Deluxe Edition, by the way. That's the $130 edition, so intentionally they're going to make the coolest Vault Hunter the first paid DLC. That, to me, is lame. Everybody I talked to just went with Rafa, and Rafa was cool, and I enjoyed playing him, but, you know, the first DLC character actually looks badass, and I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not going to go back to the game in March or whatever. At least I don't plan on going back to the game. I thought it was okay. Did I think it was $70 good? Absolutely not. Would I pay this price point for it? Look, if you like the Borderlands gameplay loop, maybe, but I'll also say, you know, I'm not big on talking about a game's concurrent player count a month after release, because you imagine that a month after release, it's gonna go down. However, Borderlands 4 being down to 41,000 concurrent players already, I think that is not good whatsoever. You gotta remember that this was a game that was designed to be kind of a live servicey style experience, trying to keep you engaged for a while, and the fact they went from north of 200k to 41,000, I would say that would be whatever for a standard, let's say, Expedition 33, for example, if that game fell to that 41,000 price point, 41,000 concurrent players from wherever, let's say it was at 200,000, I don't think it hit 200,000, but you get the idea. If it went to 25% of its initial concurrent player count, and this is actually well under 25%, this is like less than 20% or around the 20% range, I would be like, you know, it's an RPG. After you beat it, you kind of move on. That's not the idea with Borderlands 4. It's not the idea of you beat it and then move on. They want you invested into this game, and ultimately, they want you buying the deluxe edition and the super deluxe edition, and I don't think people are gonna go back when the DLC content comes out in droves. I think some people that are into it will go back, but I don't think it's gonna be a lot of people. I think this game, like, we don't have numbers, but given that the budget of this game ballooned up from Borderlands 3, and I really do believe a big aspect of this game being a success is if they can sell the DLC to people, and a lot of people bought the Super Deluxe Edition right out the gate, so they're gonna run away like bandits with the money as far as that's concerned, but I don't know how you look at those numbers and are like, oh, this is an overwhelming success for the scale of game that Borderlands 4 is, and I know people are like, well, it beat out Borderlands 3. PC gaming has grown exponentially over the last 6 years, and also, I think the Borderlands 3 comparison is terrible because Borderlands 3 was a 6-month timed exclusive on the Epic Games Store. Of course it beat Borderlands 3. But yeah, well, we'll see how this game is ultimately received, but I don't think this game is going to have a lot of longevity to it, and I talk to a ton of people that feel the exact same way, and it's anecdotal, it's just personal friends and whatnot, but I think a lot of people played this game and moved on, and obviously, I don't think the perception on PC helped whatsoever, that the game is, that the game is running like garbage. It's a mixed reception, 43,000 reviews, 62% positive, like, that's whatever, and certainly, like, I'll talk up games doing far less concurrent player counts, like Digimon. Digimon peaked at 80,000, but it's all relative. Borderlands 4 should be a big game. It should be a gigantic game that's huge to the PC market as well, where Digimon isn't supposed to be that. It's all about relativity as far as how big these games are, but yeah, $48. I know I went on a little bit of tangent. I thought it was okay. This is one of those games, you guys, like, if you're budget-minded, no, you're missing out on nothing by waiting a couple of years. You wait a couple of years, the Super Deluxe Edition is gonna be like 20 bucks. Buy it then. Like, buy it then. I do think it's better than Borderlands 3, but the price points on these games I do think are crazy, and I wanted to give it a mention because, again, it's fresh in mind. I just beat it, so I wanted to give it a mention, and this is a sizable discount, so think of it what you want. I rambled a lot there, so let's go through the rest of this fairly quickly. Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition is $12. This includes the DLC for Outer Worlds as well. They have the base game for Spacer's Choice, for Outer Worlds for $6, and you can get the upgrade, so if you already have the base game, you can buy the upgrade for $4, so check that out. Outer Worlds 2 is coming out at the end of this month. I think that game is going to bomb, but it is on Game Pass, so I think some people are just going to play it that way, but as far as a lot of people playing it, I don't know, I just don't see a lot of people picking it up. I think there's a lot of competition for the dollar right now, and I think Outer Worlds 2, spending $70 on it is something a lot of people aren't going to do, and, if it was $80, I would be even more confident about the game bombing, but I don't think the game's going to do all too well. But nonetheless, Outer Worlds 1 was an okay RPG, but okay RPGs are good at, $6 to $12, not $70. Lastly, for the GMG deals, I do want to mention Tales of Xillia Remastered, $34.79 on this. I played Tales of Xillia growing up, and I loved the game. I thought it was a great JRPG. I would put it right underneath the Tales of Abysses of the world. Like, Abyss and Berseria are probably top 2 for me, and Vesperia probably number 3. Xillia is probably number 4. I haven't really sat down and given it that much thought, but, I really like Xillia, like the main characters, and, overall, a pretty good game. Hopefully we'll get Xillia 2 remastered down the line as well. Then we got the Lone Survivor bundle over at Humble. $12 gets you Conan Exiles, Chernobylite Premium Edition, Forager, Duckside, Star Sand, Breath Edge, Above Snakes, Force of Nature 2, and State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition. And then there's also the Wired Production bundle. $20, you'll get Gory Cuddly Carnage, which is an incredibly well-received game. Bulwark, Evolution, Falconeer Chronicles, Martha is Dead, Deliver Us Moon, Grip Combat Racing, Arcade Paradise, Era 2, The Falconeer, Those Who Remain, Fractured Minds, Tin Hearts, The Last Worker, and Tiny Troopers Global Ops. But that'll do it for me. Again, Gravity Circuit available free right now. Go check that out. I know I went on a tangent on Borderlands 4, just thought it was relevant to do that as it's fresh in mind. And hey, Big discount on the game that's not even a month old, so I do find that a little surprising. Outer Worlds, Spacer's Choice Edition discounted, Tales of Xillia out at the end of this month. Check those out. Lone Survivor bundle, Wired Safe Production bundle, check that out as well. Links to everything in the description box below. If you buy anything, I do get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.